What's going on, guys? So today in this video I'm pretty much just going to be talking about Survivor Series War Games, and I'm pretty much just going to be giving my review on pretty much what I think about this. And so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, we're just going to get right into this. So I'm not going to waste any time. Just going to dive right into this because there's a lot that I want to say when it comes to Survivor Series. And, I feel like, here's the thing, man. I made videos literally saying, I made what, 2, 3 videos? Like 3 videos talking about, oh, I already know War Games and Survivor Series is going to be bad. And it's going to suck. And I just knew it was not going to be enjoyable, just based off everything I was saying in my other videos about War Games already and Survivor Series. And guess what? I was right. I was right. Literally, this Survivor Series for 2025, it sucked. There was nothing good about it. There may have been some moments, but it sucked overall. Like, there was, man, like, I just don't understand, like, why like why can't we just get a new, why can't we get new writers? Why can't we get a new team of creative? Because clearly Triple H and his little fucking AI that he's using is not working. It's like, I don't understand this. Triple H, he sucks. He should be fired. And that's pretty much how I feel about Triple H. That's how I feel about him. he just sucks, bro. And so, yeah, Survivor Series, it was trash. It was garbage. There was, man, there was really nothing good about it. There was, people, because I see people saying, oh, I saw people saying online, oh, the hate is forced. The hate is, people are being so negative, or people are just complaining. But it's like, bro, first of all, people like these people want to talk about, if you don't because I usually see these kind of people online, the same online people that probably most of these people don't even go to the live crowd shows for WWE, but yet they want to critique, they want to criticize the other people that are online that that are negative towards the WWE, where it currently is writing wise. And then, if you're negative, if you don't like the product of WWE right now, these people online will be like, oh, you're just an online hater. Your opinion means nothing. The people in the crowds that are cheering and are showing up, their opinion is the only one that matters. And it's like, bro, first of all, most of you who say that are online as well. Well, what I meant is, most of you who say that don't even go to these shows, to these crowd shows in WWE yourself. Y'all don't go to these yourselves, most of y'all. And you're also online while you're saying these things about other online people. So it just makes no sense, So, the hate isn't forced. It's not just being negative just to be negative. It's literally this War Games and Survivor Series literally did suck. This Survivor Series, everything about it sucked. What was good about it? I'm just going to talk about the first thing. The women's War Games. That was the first thing we had up. What was so special about it? What was so great about it? The match itself was it was mediocre. It was at best, at best it was mediocre, because there was really nothing going on. It was for the most part, it was just slow and just boring and very just repetitive moves being done over and over again. And we had quite a bit of botches in the beginning and part of the middle half as well. and some in the end towards, as well. But like, especially the beginning and like the middle part, like we had some botches, and overall it was just like mediocre. There was really nothing that was so special that happened. Oh, Io Sky, she jumped off the cage with the trash can. Yeah, we haven't seen that like 1,000 times. We've seen that so many times. Like how much more could we possibly need to see that again? What do we need to see that again for? I just like it's just the same old shit. The same old moves, the same old match, the same just it was the whole thing was just generic. It was like a generic match. This they're calling it a war. What about it made that feel what about this match made it feel that way to you? Like literally. It was just a regular match. It was generic, it was bland. This match had nothing going for it. Like literally. It was just a mediocre match. Um And like, there were some good moments in here or there, but that's really it. It was just like it was just meh. It was whatever. So I just don't really care about this women's war games, especially because look at the fact that there was really no storyline heading into this. What was the storyline? What was the storyline? Because like people are like, oh, this was the storyline, or that was the storyline, or this was the storyline. Okay, what was it then? What was the storyline? There is no storyline. Like we had this all started what like with Charlotte and Alexa. Like literally Charlotte and Alexa and the Kabuki Warriors. That was what this main thing started off with. And then for some reason Nia Jax and Lash Legend joined Raw to attack them for no reason. Literally, there was no explanation for that. There was no meaning behind it. It was just, oh, we're gonna go to Raw and we're gonna attack them. And that's pretty much what happened. And the whole like Charlotte and Alexa and the Kabuki Warriors thing was more so just like, because they were competing for the tag titles and that was it. Then after the match, like the Kabuki Warriors won. Then that's when the fucking Lash Legend and Nia Jax came out. That's pretty much what it was. There was no storyline here. Then Becky Lynch and AJ Lee joined last minute. AJ Lee joins for no reason. Then Becky Lynch joins because of AJ Lee. Because AJ had costed her IC championship, and that's pretty much what had happened. But there was no storyline. There was no build up to this. This is all just like putting random people together. That's literally all this was. There was no storyline. There was nothing that was like that they were actually building up here. Like I just don't understand like what was so special about this, about this women's war games, because there was no storyline, there was no stakes, there was nothing. It was just a regular match, just throwing out names together for a match. Oh, this is the face team, and then they're gonna go against the other team. Like that's all this was. And I already knew the faces were gonna win. It's like none of this mattered. So at the end of the day, like all I just don't understand like what was so special. The thing is that like even like with just like AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, like you could argue like sure they had a reason, like Becky had a reason to join because of AJ, but at the end of the day, look at it. Like I said, why did AJ join to begin with? Why did she join the face team to begin with? What was the reason? There was no reason. She just randomly joined so that way we could have a scenario where Becky joins the other team because of AJ Lee joining the face team. That's all this was. It was more so just them trying to like find a way to put them in a match together. To try to get a 5v5. That's literally like it was nothing to do with like it was like if it was out of pure coincidence that's how they were trying to write it. So like there was no storyline, and then the whole Charlotte, like Charlita Flair and Rhea Ripley, we had them two, and like what what's like people were saying, oh, that was a storyline, that their whole the problems that they had with each other, bro. They literally, like, Charlita Flair had problems with Rhea Ripley for like what, like 1 week, and that's it. Because Charlotte was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna join because of Rhea Ripley. She's on the team. I don't want to be with her. So she just decides not to be a part of the team. Then 3 days later, she's like, she joins, because she helps their team, and and then she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a part of the team now, And pretty much Alexa, she was like, she pretty much made Charlita Flair and Rhea Ripley, solve their issues, and like put their issues to the side. Like that's pretty much what was happening here. And then they became, they put their issues to the side, and that was it. That was it. There was no story. There was no real tension here. It was just like, oh yeah, I don't like you, I don't trust you. Then they join forces, and they make up. They put their problems to the side, and Charlotte ends up joining the face team anyways. That's all this was. There was no story here. So at the end of the day, none of this mattered. So yeah, man, I don't understand, like why did this match even need to happen? Why? Like I just, War Games is literally so stupid. Like this whole, like, literally the women's War Games and the men's War Games had no reason to happen. There was no reason for it to even exist. There's no reason for why these people should have been fighting. Like literally, I just don't understand. So at the end of the day, like this women's War Games, it sucked. This is the first thing I'm talking about, and yes, it sucked. It was garbage, everything about it. So yeah, like I said, the whole Charlita Flair and Rhea Ripley, their issues that they had with each other, bro. It was like literally just like, oh yeah, I can't trust you, but we're gonna team anyways. We're gonna put our issues to the side, and that was it. There was no story. There was no story. There was really no tension there. It was just like a little like, oh yeah, we can't have, you know. My bad, guys. I thought I heard something. But anyways, yeah, there is no story when it came to that. Literally. So then we go to the second, Dominic versus John Cena. like the match, it was good. It was good. I will say that the match was good. It had some good moments, some good spots, some good overall just fighting. But that's then we got the typical interference thing, whatever, and that's the thing too, is that this is like a 50-50 thing to me, because we got okay, first I'm going to talk about this. Liv Morgan returns, right? She returns, she gets an epic moment. She gets her epic moment here where she returns. She slaps Dominic, and she makes people, to try to make people think, oh, she's gonna betray him. And she jumps on, but the thing is, she didn't betray Dominic. It was all set up. They were working together, and she ends up helping, cheat with Dom to against Cena, And yeah, pretty much Dominic wins. That was what happened. And so it was a callback to, John Cena's heel turn. And yeah, I thought that was great. I thought that, but like at the end of the day, as great as it is, because I like Liv Morgan, and as great as it is to see her coming back and, being in WWE, it was a spectacular moment for me, for sure. Definitely. But at the end of the day, like, that they're just going to bring her back just so that way they could continue this whole stupid love triangle with, like, Roxanne, Liv, and Dom. And, like, I don't care about this storyline. Why? Because it's literally just a repeat of the storyline from Rhea, Liv, and Dom from last year. That's all this is. It's literally a repeat. I don't care about this match. I mean, I don't care about this storyline. Like that's all Liv is coming back for, to continue that stupid ass storyline. And sure, you could say, oh, but it might lead to the Judgment Day imploding. But like that should have been happened though. There's like, so at the end of the day, like it just feels like they're just dragging that on, and it might not even happen until like next year. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. They've been like teasing the whole breakup of the Judgment Day for months, and nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. So at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care about this whole repetitive, like, like this love triangle story that they're trying to do again. They literally, like, they're doing it with Roxanne and Liv and Dominic, and they just did that though with Liv, Rhea, and Dominic. So yeah, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, Liv coming back for this match means nothing. What is that further as far as this as far as as far as this match to begin with, like just in general, just overall, what is it further? Nothing. It was just a cheap pop return. That's all it was. So I don't care. Like, so yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about that. And then now we got Dominic as the IC, as the Intercontinental Champion again. Why? And it's kind of like, that's the thing. It's a 50-50. Literally, the reason why I say that is because, like, I just feel like, yeah, like John Cena, I would have rather him win over Dominic. And like, here's the thing, my man, like, what I would rather have happened is Cena, he wins against Dominic for the IC title. He faces LA Knight, and LA Knight, he wins against Cena, because at least it's LA Knight, right? Like, LA Knight, we could finally build him up to something instead of just him, doing nothing. And he could have the IC title. He could beat John Cena for it. Or you could just have John Cena face another opponent for his last match, and he could win the IC title and retire with it. That would be my two options, but that's not what's happening here. What's happening is we got John Cena facing Dominic, and for me, I'm in like I'm in a jam here, because like now I either choose between John Cena winning against Dominic and having to face Gunther, and we know Gunther is going to be the opponent that's going to be retiring John Cena. So you either have John Cena's last match be Gunther winning the IC title again from John Cena after he just had it. He was literally just a world champion, so he would be demoting himself, which would be stupid. And he just had the IC title anyways, and he's been having multiple championship reigns anyways. Like, he doesn't deserve them. He's trash. So at the end of the day, I don't want to see Gunther as an IC champion again. But then you have the other hand where it's like, okay, Cena. So you have Cena lose, and that's fine. But then when you realize he's going to be losing it to Dominic, then it's not fine again. I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about this. It's like there's really no Like there's a good side, like there's a bad side and there's a good side to this. The good thing is that at least Gunther's not going to be winning the IC title back and having another boring championship reign. Because like that's literally all his championships were. His championship, all the titles that he held, he was a boring champion and just boring in general. So, and he's already had he's had like 3 titles. Why does he need another one? Yeah. So that's the positive part about John Cena losing to Dominic is that at least Gunther's not going to win the IC title. But at the same time, Dominic is winning the IC title again from John Cena. So that's the bad part. It's a bad thing, man. That's the bad part, only because, like, here's the thing. I know people, because Dominic, he did nothing with the IC title. What storyline did he have with the IC title when he had it for all these months? What storyline has he had? What good feuds has he had? What good matches has he had besides maybe like one? And how often has he defended it? Barely till like a month ago he started defending it more often, but against the same people, which is Rusev and Penta. It's like, what the fuck, man? I just, like, his title reign was garbage. He cut no good promos. He had no stories. He was barely defending the title. And when he was defending it more often, he was defending it against the same people over and over again. So no, I'm not excited to see Dominic as a champion again. He sucked. So that's just how I feel about this whole thing. And then we got Nikki Bella versus Valkyrie. I'm glad Nikki Bella lost. Because, like, Stephanie Valkyrie, at the end of the day, like, she's the new star. She's the young talent. She should not be losing to this, washed up, pretty much like older wrestler. She shouldn't. Nikki Bella, like, she's that's the thing too, is that like you had her turn heel and she lost. And so arguably you could say like there was no like why'd you turn her heel then? Why'd you do it? But at the same time though, it's like Nikki Bella, she's older now, and I just she's been on a losing streak, and she's like clearly not good in the ring. She's not good on the mic. I don't feel like she's done anything to earn it. So I just feel like she's like Nikki Bella, her having the title would just suck. But at the same time, I don't care about this match just in general because of the fact that Nikki Bella's a washed up, wrestler, and who's a washed up older wrestler. So why is this match happening to begin with? And then, but like at the same time though, it's like Stephanie Valkyrie, she retains. Where does she go from here? Because her whole championship reign she's barely defending the title. She's won it like 3 months ago, almost 3 months ago. She's only had like 3 title defenses. 3 of them. She had a whole meaningless championship, champion versus champion for that little ring at Crown Jewel against Tiffany. But like she's only defended the title like 3 times. I don't care about that, bro. Like her championship is so far it's just trash. She has no storyline. She doesn't cut good promos. I get it, like she doesn't speak English, but at the same time though, it's like, why even put your title on someone who doesn't speak English to begin with then? Like it's not like she's like I'm not saying she's like completely bad. She's decent enough on the mic, but like at the same time though, like she clearly is like can't do anything further than just cutting these like repetitive generic promos, and that's it. So at the end of the day, like she's not good on the mic. She's not good in the ring. I mean, she's good in the ring. Um, well, actually, I don't know, cause like some of these matches she's been having, like I feel like I don't know, man. She's been kind of like rusty lately. Not rusty, just like not rusty, but like she's just been not that good in her recent matches. But overall, she's a good wrestler. She could be botchy at times, but she's an overall good wrestler. But like, oh, just because she's overall a good wrestler doesn't mean anything. She has no story. She's not really defending the title. And yeah, so why does I just don't really care to see her continue being champion. This match overall meant nothing to me. And then we got, after this match, after this Stephanie Valkyria and Nikki Bella match, which like I said, it sucked. Then we got the men's, we got the War Games for the men. And man, I really don't know. I really don't know even like how to begin this because I don't know. I'm gonna try to let me try to think here. The men's War Games, like literally, like this match. Oh, like the men's War Games, it was just what can I really say about it, man? Like it was just a fucking stale, just nothing burger match that didn't need to happen. Just like the women's War Games, the men's War Games didn't need to happen either. Because there was no storyline here. Like literally, we had what, like, Logan Paul. Oh, he pretends to be on Punk's side against the Vision. But then that ends up not happening. Instead, Logan joins the Vision. And then now, Logan's all upset, and then the Usos get involved, and then the fucking Cody gets involved for whatever reason. Then that's when Drew McIntyre gets involved because of Cody. Then we get Roman involved because of his family, Brock because of Paul Heyman. But overall, like yeah, you could say everyone had their reasons to join, but like there was no real storyline. There was no real like tension, and like the people that came together because of someone else it just felt like out of pure coincidence. Like that's what it felt like. It felt like out of pure coincidence. So there was really nothing to this match. This match shouldn't have happened. There was no story. Like, bro, oh man, like this thing sucked. Like, bro, I just, and I see people online talking about like, oh, the women's and men's War Games. It was good, and people are just overhating on it. Bro, listen, you can think the way you want to feel, but like, why? Like, I just don't understand like some of these people who like they talk about, they like they constantly just feel the need to like just talk down on other people's beliefs on the WWE product right now. Just because they like it. They like the current product and someone else doesn't. Like they feel the need to talk down on the other person's belief because they don't like it. I don't understand. Like, why do you feel the need to do that? Like, if you enjoyed it, cool. But like, at the end of the day, just things sucked. You could say it was good, whatever. I mean, like, that's how you feel, fine. But I just think it sucked. This men's War Games was trash. And like at the end of the day, like Cody joined for no reason, like he was literally this had nothing to do with him. Logan, this was originally had to do with Roman and Division. And then like, yeah, you can say, oh, but Cody's friends and the Usos are friends with Punk, so they helped him. Okay, but at the end of the day, like this had like the Usos, fine. They've been feuding with a Vision and they're friends with Punk, fine, whatever. But like, what about Cody though? Like, yeah, he's friends with Punk and the Usos. But at the end of the day, he was he shouldn't even be on Raw to begin with. He's supposed to be on SmackDown, not getting himself involved in the fucking War Games. So, like that just makes no sense, bro. This is not his war. He shouldn't be here. Then Drew joins. Like, yeah, it's understandable because of Cody. You know, he's been feuding with him. So like it makes sense for him to join. But again, this is out of pure coincidence. It's the same thing with AJ Lee and Becky, because you know Becky only joined because of Cody, because of AJ joining the other team. That's pretty much it's pretty much the same thing here. Drew only joined out of pure coincidence because Cody joined the other team. And then Brock joins because of Paul Heyman. Why? Literally, Paul Heyman betrayed Brock Lesnar 3 years ago, and now they're friends again. It's stupid. And Roman, you know, he's joining because, oh, this is family. But you literally said you didn't want to see them till Christmas. And it's not like you haven't left your family to fight division on their own anyways. You've done that multiple times at this point. You keep disappearing. So what difference does this make? Like, bro, like it's so stupid. This War Games match did not need to happen. Literally, there was no reason for why this match needed to happen. And the match overall sucked. It was garbage. There were some good moments here and there from some of the wrestlers. I think Drew was good. I think Logan Paul was good. I think, you know, Brock and Roman had some good moments. But overall, this match was just whatever, and it didn't need to happen. There was no story here, so I don't care. We had the mystery attacker with the black hoodie. It's just most likely going to be the fucking Austin Theory, especially because I just saw a post saying that, oh, Paul, you know, it was like the mystery guy is going to be revealed on Raw pretty much today. And it's going to be revealed by Paul Heyman. So it's obviously the fucking Austin Theory. It's obviously Austin Theory, bro. Like, I don't give a damn about this mystery guy. I don't care. Like, it could be fucking, you know, it could be, what's it called? I don't know, like, it could, like, literally, it could be anybody. Literally, Tozawa, you know? It could be him. I wouldn't care. You know, this means nothing. It's just going to be a cheap pop moment, and that's all this is. You know, Austin Theory, like, what is he going to do in this group? He's been gone for months, and now he's going to be a part of a group. He's going to come back months later for some reason. He disappeared for all these months for whatever reason, and now he's going to randomly come back to randomly join this group for what? Yeah, you could say, oh, it's because, you know, the division is all about, you know, making new stars. What new stars have they built? They haven't built Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed. This faction hasn't done shit for them. Like, if anything, it's done the opposite. You know, because, like, Braun Breaker, he literally was IC champion before he joined this group. And then once he joined the group, he hasn't done shit. Same with Bronson Reed. He had a whole momentum going with all the feuds he was going on with. And then now, you know, like, pretty much this whole Vision group has derailed both of them. Their momentum. So at the end of the day, like, this whole Vision stuff hasn't done shit for any of them. And they all want to be champion. So how is that going to work? And it's not like they're all going to be champion. One's going to win this champion. One's going to win the other. Bro, we know that's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. They're not going to take that title off of Punk, Cody, and they're not taking the championship off of Punk, Cody. You know, they're not taking the title off of them anytime soon. So if they're all aiming to be the future and wanting a title, how exactly are they going to do that? How are they going to do that all at the same time? They're just going to go one by one? You know, oh, you get the turn with the championship and you get your push, and then no, nothing's going to happen. If anything, Braun Breaker is probably just going to face CM Punk for the championship at WrestleMania, if anything, and that's it. And he's going to win it. He's not gonna do anything with it. He's probably gonna lose it like a couple months later, like 4 months later, and that's it. Like, you know, he's only gonna have a couple month title reign, then he's gonna lose it. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory are just gonna continue to do nothing. That's it. So at the end of the day, this means nothing, bro. This faction means nothing. It's pointless. I don't give a damn about Austin Theory joining the Vision. I don't care. So yeah, bro. I don't know, man. This whole War Games and Survivor Series in general, it sucked, and it was just overall did not need to happen, and that's how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'd really appreciate it. There's, you know, like, people were saying the mystery guy was like, oh, it was gonna be, you know, it could be Austin Theory or Jacob Fatu. And, you know, hold on, guys. I had to sneeze real quick. But anyways, yeah, like, it could have been Jacob Fatu, but at the same time, once I saw that post today about, like, oh, Paul Heyman's gonna reveal the mystery guy today on Monday Night Raw, then I was like, yeah, okay, it's not gonna be Jacob Fatu, bro. It's not gonna be him. And it's like they already gave up on the whole who attacked him storyline with Jacob Fatu. So, like, literally, when Jacob comes back, he's not even gonna be fucking doing anything. He's just gonna, like, who are they gonna reveal to be the mystery attacker? Because it sure as hell is not gonna be Cody. It's not gonna be. At this point, this whole fucking, like, Cody teasing heel turn shit, like, it's done. It's done now, bro, because, like, they're not going anywhere with this shit. They're just gonna keep teasing it. They're gonna have him keep acting heelish at times. But overall, they're gonna still present him as a babyface, and that's it. So I just don't see that being the case. I damn well do not see that being the case of, like, fucking, Cody turning heel and, like, being the mystery attacker for Jacob. If anything, like I said, I see it like being like Jimmy or like Solo in the MFTs. Drew McIntyre, I mean, it's still possible they could probably reveal that, but, like, I feel like that's less likely because I feel like Triple H knows better, because as bad of a writer as he is, I'm pretty sure he knows people are predicting that, so he's going to try to do some wild card bullshit and make it someone else instead. But either way, like, who cares, Like, unless it's like Cody Rhodes turning heel, I don't care about any of this, but it's not going to be that. It's more than likely just going to be someone else. So I don't give a damn about this whole, mystery. I don't care about this mystery attacker. I don't care about the black hoodie guy. I don't care about who attacked Jacob. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say at this point. And yeah, like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.